Making decisions. How to deal with the fear of regret and anticipated loss. Making decisions can be hard, especially if you feel you may regret the outcomes of your choices for months or even years. The fear of guilt and anticipated loss can be heart-wrenching. You may be tormented by racing thoughts such as, if I don't choose the right thing, I regret it. I have to choose the right thing or something terrible will happen. If I do this, he or she will suffer. If I say no, I'll miss a huge opportunity. But think about this. Is there any point in regret? No. Yet the fear of regret is real. In this episode, I'll tell you about the 4 essential facts about making difficult life decisions. I'll talk about why regretting decisions is pointless. I also tell you how to have more clarity and how to stop regretting decisions. Let's dig in. Making difficult life decisions. 4 facts about regretting decisions. What can stop you from making decisions with ease? Fear. Fear that unleashes hell in your head. You may be scared of anticipated regret and loss. You may be scared of all the what-ifs and couldas, wouldas, shouldas. You may be unable to see the wood for the trees. But here's the thing. Mental hell is the last thing you need when you're about to make a life-changing decision. Instead, you need clarity. You need to trust. You need to feel safe. You need to feel at least a little bit optimistic. Additionally, remember, nothing's gonna last forever. Not even the outcomes of your best and worst decisions. At the same time, everything you experience is your life lesson. Yes, it may all sound cliché, but life is not complicated. You know all those words of wisdom, right? So act like it. Now relax and remember these 4 facts about decision making. Number 1 decision making fact. Realize that loss is part of life. Whatever choice you make, this will bring you both gains and losses. For example, imagine you've received an attractive job offer. You can gain a lot, a better salary and growth opportunities, new people, new responsibilities, new environment. At the same time, you can lose a lot by having to reorganize your life. You'll need to leave your comfort zone and put in time and effort to learn new things and show your value. New people, new responsibilities, new environment. You may need to make some sacrifices. The bottom line, you can't have it all, and sometimes you need to accept loss in life. So the best thing you can do is to let go. Now consider moving abroad. It has both bright and dark sides. It brings both gains and losses. Living abroad can be an exciting project of a lifetime. On the other hand, it can turn your world upside down. It did mine. I started moving from place to place, had a messed up identity, and felt my life was falling apart. For a long time, I cursed my decision to move abroad. But eventually, after many years, I managed to see all the blessings in disguise and realized how much I had grown since I first left my country. I gained a lot. I lost a lot too. Number 2 decision-making fact. Realize that most life choices are not final. So you have a difficult decision to make and you don't know what to do. But do you remember that in most cases you can turn things around and/or expect new opportunities to come your way? Life is constantly unfolding and brings you unlimited opportunities to make new choices. The key is to avoid attaching to any particular choice and its outcome. Whatever you choose, life will carry on. Moreover, many decisions are reversible. It may not always be convenient, but doable. As a result, you don't have to put so much pressure on a single decision. You'll be fine. Number 3, decision-making fact. Relax, sit back, and trust the process. As simple as that. Sometimes we treat life too seriously, believing we can control every aspect of it. We can't. You can't either. Nor can you predict the future and the best outcome for you. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. Of course, collect data when you can. Educate yourself. Talk to people who can help you make your decision. And let the decision make itself. Trust that even if you miss an opportunity, another one will come along. Where you lose, you also gain. You can't know the future impact of your decisions, but you'll be okay to deal with whatever happens. Trust in yourself. Trust that you can make it work, whatever comes your way. Number 4, decision-making fact. Turn regret into gratitude. On my most depressing days, I would curse many of the choices that I had made, including moving abroad. I thought I had lost a lot of time moving from place to place. I was full of regret. But eventually, better days came. Regret got replaced by gratitude. I may have lost for years, but I also learned a lot and I gained a lot. I had a fantastic time abroad, met interesting people, graduated from a good university, gained my first work experience, traveled like crazy, and lived in the city of my dreams. My life was exciting and adventurous. What was there to regret? Think about your anticipated regrets. Is there anything positive about them? What will you learn if your worst-case scenario becomes reality? How to avoid regretting decisions. Relax and do these exercises. Do you have any nagging questions that your mind doesn't seem to be able to find an answer to? Let go and relax. Nothing is under control. If you let go, you'll probably start finding new solutions and see your life situation differently. From my experience, decisions make themselves when I'm relaxed and I'm not trying to OCD plan everything. Then I can see clearly what my next step is. I take the first step and then I take another one. I also practice this literally when I'm out in nature. Therefore, don't try to manage every single aspect of your life. Tell yourself you're doing your best to achieve the best possible outcome. Go out in nature. Try forest bathing. Next time you're in a forest, immerse yourself in the environment. Pay attention to your surroundings and your breathing while you're walking. Pay close attention to your body. If it's your big decision time, imagine option 1 and check how it feels in your body. Do the same with other options. Additionally, consider doing this exercise. Play a little game and draw lots. Take a small piece of paper and put down potential answers to your question. Then fold them, throw them into a bag or a container, and take one out, or a few. How do you react when you read potential answers to your question? Does any response feel right to you? Take time to journal about it. Regretting decisions. What ifs? How often do you play a what if game? Do you sometimes wonder what your life would be like now had you made different life choices? I used to torment myself with far too many what if questions, such as what if I had never left my country to live abroad? What if I had come back sooner? What if I had taken that job? What if I had missed the biggest opportunities in my life? What if my life had been more conventional? What if, what if, what if? This is what I call crazy making. And this was also my existential crisis. I used to be jealous of all my friends who seemed to have it all figured out when I felt like a mess and had no idea where I wanted to live. It took me a long time to see that I always did the best I could at the time. If I had known any better, I would have done things differently. One day I realized my life was pretty messed up and less conventional, but it was also good. In the story below, I'll show you what I mean. Everyone is on a unique journey with ups, downs, and some chaos. There are no winners and no losers. From this point of view, what ifing about life is a waste of time. That said, some of my friends divorced their second spouse in their early 30s, whereas others only started dating their future long-term partner at a similar age. Who's a winner and who's a loser? Regretting decisions, a real life story. One of my friends, let me call her Anna, seemed to have it all in her early 20s. Anna met her future husband when she was 19, got married, bought a flat, had a good job, and gave birth to 2 children by the time she was 26. Her life was comfortable, predictable, and pretty standard. However, Anna always wanted to travel the world, but never left her hometown. Unfortunately, her husband wasn't into traveling. When Anna met him, she didn't mind giving up on her dream. She felt lucky enough to have met the love of her life at such an early age. At the same time, she thought she was ready for marriage, mortgage, and kids. However, a few years later, the feeling that she had stifled her Wanderlust gene and failed to follow her passions wouldn't disappear. She was an explorer who was wild at heart. She felt that she had missed so much. Anna felt stagnated and started to regret not having seen, done, and experienced more. On the other hand, she appreciated that she had her life figured out by the time she turned 30, at least regarding kids and her career. Unfortunately for her, everything was figured out too soon. She got bored with her comfort and stability. Listening to her story made me feel grateful for all I had experienced and the places I had visited. I appreciated my freedom and my perfect timing. Life moves between gains and losses. We may not know what we gain by losing and what we lose by gaining. As they say, good or bad, who knows? Making decisions. Do what feels right for you. Some people may have to deal with chaos and existential confusion when they're younger to live a more conscious and happier life later on. Others seem to have it all from the word go, only to discover years later that something is off and it's time to turn their perfect life upside down. I believe it all comes down to following your bliss, and the timing is always right. We're all on our unique journeys, and one's timing is always one's perfect timing. From my experience, staying true to yourself and doing what feels right for you at any given moment is the only way to have peace of mind. Listening to your body is a good way to know what feels right for you. Let's say you got 2 job offers. One is prestigious and well paid, and the other is an intern position, yet with a lot of creative potential and fun. Your ego mind shouts, "We want money and prestige." However, your body gives you a knot in the stomach at the mere thought of showing up at that workplace penguin suited every day. Or the other way round. The creative job may not be for you. The penguin suited option may be a stepping stone for your future career. Your body will probably intuitively get it right. Additionally, sometimes you need to experiment. For example, before I settled into my writing and digital marketing career, I had done many different jobs: waitressing, polishing glasses, teaching, translating, office management, project management, doing sales, purchasing, logistics, finance, and HR stuff. Eventually, I got an idea of what I didn't want to do all day and all my life. Short-term chaos paid off and helped me settle into a long-term career. If you try different things, you may not have your life figured out instantaneously, but you're likely to get to know yourself pretty well, as well as your likes, dislikes, and preferences. This way, you can also minimize the risk of regretting your decisions and realizing on your deathbed that you've always wanted to do something else but never had a chance to have a go at it. Now, is there anything your heart is trying to tell you? Tell him, tell her that you care. Leave him, leave her. Forgive him, forgive her. Say you feel sorry. Talk to that person. Go to that workshop. Do that unpaid internship. Set up your company right now. Go for a position at that startup. Publish that article. Quit that job. Start eating healthy today. Start painting. Start singing. Start writing. Travel the world. Or simply take that risk. What if? I wish you all the best, whatever decision you're about to make. Thank you very much for listening.